Well, let's see how this goes. We'll do something a little bit different. Someone's gonna see, oh, I know that's the car steering wheel. Not watching the video. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, I'll just leave that on. Will that be better? No. No. You know, I didn't even know that light existed until I was leaned back looking at the ceiling of the car, and I was like, oh, there's a light right there. Yeah, because it doesn't have one like in the way back like the Lincoln did. Anyways, completely random. I guess some of my more closer subscribers and friends have been kind of enjoying these videos, so I figured, hey, we'll just do one a night while I'm at work. How about that? Yeah. While I'm sitting in my car. I just had like kind of a lunch, a snack, if you will. Really haven't been all that hungry in the last couple of days. Oh, you know what? I have some meds I need to take. I guess I'll just take them later. No, yes, I just had like a little snacky snack. Snack here, snack there. Yeah, so what was I getting at? I don't know what I was getting at. I just completely spaced it. I've had kind of a busy night at work. When I got in, the day shift person, well, maybe I should rewind a little bit. First of all, someone asked, what do you do for work? And I normally don't like answering this question because it's like, I don't know. Don't feel like answering it, but I'll give you the rundown of what I do. Company I work for, we do 8-inch silicon wafer processing. And what we do is we take bare wafers and layer them up until they form a complete die. And that die is basically a little chip. And these chips go into anything electronic, cell phones, TVs, car stuff, anything that needs power and power control, stuff like that. So that's kind of the basic form, explanation of what we do. My job is to inspect the die and make sure that there's no major defects or just anything of that nature. So that's what I do. And I started doing this job or sometime in December of last year. Before that, I was doing actual production, like running the material through tools like the cleaning tools and the etching tools and stuff like that. So anyways, I do inspection work, quality control. Well, anyways, when I came in today, the day shift person who does the same job I do, but she's on the day shift. She wasn't there, and I came into about 10 lots that I had to go through. Luckily, right now we have a new system where you just inspect one per tool that it ran on, and then you can send everything else on. You don't have to really inspect it, so that's not bad. But I've been having to run around and get all the lots, get everything out of the storage system, and then I had 2 that were in the downstairs of the building I had to go get because they were hiding. I've been sweating my ass off today, and it's a pretty cush job for the most part, but right today, oh man, I'm running around. I'm ready to go home. This is the last day. This is Saturday night. It's going to be Sunday here in about 13 minutes. And then after Sunday, when we go home, it's like... And then I'm probably going to go to my parents for a little bit and hang out. I think Mom's making a fancy dinner. It'd be nice to have. I almost kind of want to stay home and just be like, I'm sleeping. Oh, the person next to me is getting in their car. Scared me. And then Monday, I ain't doing nothing on Monday. Tuesday I have to work overtime, and then I have 3 more days of work, and then I have a 4-day weekend, so that'll be kind of nice. What I was going to rant about in this video, and it'll probably be the only thing I'm going to talk about because I don't really have anything else on my mind that I wanted to get out, but my car just turned on because the hybrid battery's getting low. Needs a charge. So this is what I wanted to kind of rant about. So this involves YouTube content creators, and this is something I probably had a problem with this a long time ago, but now I've been pretty good about, or at least I've been trying to be good about this issue, and it is with audio across, you know, every video that you make. And so the problem is that there's some people I watch on YouTube. I've watched them for years. Eric the Car Guy is one. South Main Auto, I've been watching for a year or two now. There's another one I've been watching on. There's probably a few I've unsubscribed to, because sometimes you just get, you're like, yeah, okay, that's enough of that. There's one guy, if I remember to talk about this, there's another guy that I stopped watching because I was just like, wait, what? It was just ridiculous. Oh, the other one is Bleepin' Jeep. And I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just, you know, speaking my mind about some things that can be kind of tailored a little bit. And I'm dragging this on, I'm sorry. When you do a video, actually when you edit a video, and say there's you're using a different camera, like a GoPro, and you go from your main camera, like, you know, I've got a big Sony 4K camera that I use for the 99% of the videos that I make. And, you know, when I go from that to the GoPro I have to turn the volume up, because you just, the volume is, there's a difference in the volume. So, you know, I have to turn the volume up. But there are some creators out that will, you know, they'll have their main camera that they use for the bulk of their videos, and then they switch over to a GoPro. Well, audio leveling is very important. So when you go from one camera to the next and there's a difference in audio, you need to match the audio, because if I make a video where we're tearing something down and I go from the main camera, which, let's say you had your volume on your TV at 20, and you know, level 20, and that was enough for you to hear it clearly. And then I went to the GoPro and I was talking, and I went from, you know, like, okay, so we're taking this bolt off, we're gonna do this and that, and then I'm gonna switch over to the GoPro and just give you a first person, blah blah blah. And you go to the GoPro, it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, you know, I'm gonna do that, you know, tink tink, you know, you're working, kind of blabbing, so it's very important that you do this and that, blah blah. And then you cut over to the main camera. Mind you, you've already turned your TV up 10 levels so you can hear what the hell I'm saying. And then it cuts over the main camera. So anyway, hi, and you're just boom, you know, like, I cannot stand it when people do that. And so when I edit a video and I got multiple cameras, I level the audio out. I set my computer to one level that's kind of loud so I can hear everything, and then I try to equalize everything as much as possible. That way, you know, you're not having to turn your volume up as much. And then it, you know, suddenly cuts to a random loud noise. Other ones, I've watched videos where their main camera that they're using, the volume was like really low. They're like, so today we're gonna work on this Jeep today, and I want to get this done. And then they cut right over to the next clip, and all the audio is like the other end of the extreme, and the audio is distorting, and it sounds like he's screaming. And they're like, okay, since my audio's already really loud, I'm gonna take my angle grinder and go, beep! And you're like, oh, just blown away. Yeah, so that is my big rant. There are a lot of people guilty of that, and I wish they would just turn the volume down. AVE is really good about you know, really toning down loud noises. You know, he'll be talking about something. He's like, all right, we're gonna throw something on the CNC, or we're gonna cut this, or we're gonna test this tool out. And just before he, you know, fires it, the audio is cut down like 20 decibels, like just something really ridiculous. You can just barely hear it. And I like that because sometimes if you're watching a video, like, you know, when we used to congregate in the cafeteria before this whole quarantine thing, I'd sit and watch a video and I'd have to turn the volume down really quickly because, you know, it'd go from talking to just, you know, straight up a jet airplane right in your ear hole. And someone's like, well, why don't you put earphones on? That's another problem. If you're wearing earphones and someone goes from, you know, normal talking level voice and then they cut right over to running an angle grinder or something, or a die grinder, which is even louder, you're gonna be deaf. You just are gonna be freaking deaf. We don't really need that light. It's LED. No. So that is, well, I don't even know if that's a rant. I wasn't very angry. No. That's my thing I had to get out there, get off my chest, because man, that drives me nuts. It's just, like, you think people go through and watch their videos and think, man, that audio is messed up, and anyways, that's that rant. Oh, I gotta talk about this other guy I watched on YouTube. I won't say the name because it's really bad. And I don't even know if any of you guys have watched this guy, but I used to watch him off and on because he was doing this kind of really thorough engine rebuild on this 12-valve Cummins, and I was using his videos as kind of a reference to, you know, how everything goes and what to look for and blah blah blah. And they were kind of neat videos. They were kind of weird, and some of them at the end, you know, he'd throw in some weird Bible verse thing, and I'm not much of a religious person, and I kind of like to leave that kind of stuff out. If I was that kind of person, I would leave it out. It's weird. You know, it's like, all right, well, have a good day, and, you know, something Palms 13:20, you all gotta die, you know, or whatever. I made all that up, but that's not correct. But so I was watching one of his videos. Actually, I was watching a lot of his videos. One of them, he said, well, I realized a lot of people were really getting into my videos about some drag car he was building. And he's like, and I was starting to make money off that and getting a lot of publicity for it. Well, I can't have any of that. So he, like, started doing some weird shit with his YouTube videos where, like, nobody watched him. And then I was like, what? You don't want to make, like, money off of, you know, well, now vehicles you don't even own. Like, I make a lot of my money I'm making off of vehicles I don't even own anymore. But the video where I had just said, I can't watch this anymore, this is too weird. It was like a real thorough video about, he was like, well, I'm sleeping on my bed, and I'm wondering why, you know, my back and stuff is hurting and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's like, well, I cut my pillow top mattress open, and I look in there, and I see where the foams were, and I'm like, gee, that's where I'm laying. And it's like, you know, shit. All right, unsubscribe. I'm just, nope. 6-minute videos, and by the way, we almost made it to 400 views on both of these, the previous vlogs I've done. Maybe I should go back home and throw in a picture of a truck. I'm just teasing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing these videos for views. I'm not even monetizing these things. There's no point. Although I'm going to be really mad when I go back to making a truck video and I put it up and then all we get is 400 views or less. I'll just quit at that time. I won't make any more videos. Recently, I went through all my YouTube subscriptions that I had, and I cleared house. I just got rid of a lot of them because there's some that were just, you know, you run across channels that post a video once every 2 months or something. And, you know, when I subscribe to a channel that's got some good content, I'm hoping that it's a once a week kind of thing, you know, like a TV show or something. And there was one that I used to watch that I deleted them a long time ago. I just couldn't, it just didn't work for me. And it was, I don't want to say the name, but they would do like this thing where they would go like 6 months without making a video. And they'd post a video, and what they are doing is actually kind of cool, and I wanted to, you know, I was really interested in it. But they spent like 70% of the video talking about some stupid sponsor, like, well, you know, if you need water, get an Arrowhead, and they got in all kinds of bottle sizes, and you know, it's like, and then once they're done with that, they're like, okay, so we got our, you know, new washer bottle, and we're gonna put that in there, and then, all right, well, that's enough for this video, and then they just hightail it. And then they show all these clips from stuff when they used to make good videos as they're like ending or whatever. And I'm like, all right, bye-bye. I get, you know, it's great to have sponsors and stuff. And, you know, it's like, oh, you know, but when it drags on past a minute and a half, or even not even that, when it's past a minute and it's like, you know, you have, so this is your timeline, this length right here, this is your video timeline, and then you're watching the video and, you know, you're already this far in and you're just barely getting over the shill stuff, and then you've got pussyfooting around, and then they're like, okay, we got the transmission in now. And then, well, check out my other videos. Oh, the Say TV thing I got, you know, yeah, see you later. It's a waste. And a lot, two other people that I watch do the, you know, sponsored stuff, and sponsored by Skillshare. As soon as I hear skill, I didn't even get the share part out. I've already skipped right to where they're actually doing their work. And it's usually like 2 or 3 minutes that I've skipped out of the video. And when they're making a 15-minute video, it's like, dude, you've lost all this content because you're spending so much time on a freaking sponsored thing. Ugh. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling and going on, and this video is 30 minutes now, and I have to edit it and stuff. Which this one might be just a little bit later than I want to post it, because I'm going to head back in and work for another, 2 hours? 2-3 hours, come back out, have a little break, and be done with today. So anyways, I gotta go, tubes. Oh, and what is it, Abraham Ford? One of you YouTubers asked, how do I like my car? How do I like this new car? I love it. This car saves me almost $200 a month in gas compared to the town car. And switching to this new job, I make enough to cover the car payment, or the extra amount that I make is enough to cover the car payment and the extra insurance. So, love it.